Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the ceiling fan light kit. So that's what the fan looks like right there. I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble a fan like this. Now every fan is pretty similar, old or new. This is an old one. But the disassembly between an old fan like this and a newer fan like this has the same concept. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the assembly. So, first step in disassembling the light kit is obviously removing the light globes. You're going to want to take a screwdriver and you're going to want to loosen the screws. Now there's 3 screws that attach the light globe, or the refractor for some of you that want to call it that, because this is also known as a refractor. So, there we go. That screw is taken off. And now we're going to take off the other screw, and there's 3 screws, but we already got the first one off, so there's 2 more to go. That's for some reason not coming off. Well, I dropped the screw into the motor, but that's okay though, because on a fan it comes out the other side, like on these ceiling fans. So it's not really a huge deal if the screw gets lost. I can just pick the fan up and get the screw back. There we go. So now the light globe can be removed. And now we've got the light bulb right here. So just twist the light bulb out of its socket. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and remove these screws right here. There we go. And then we're going to remove the second screw. And this part here comes with 3 screws as well. Now, some of the other ceiling fans have multiple lights on them instead of 1, but I'm pretty sure it's the same concept when it comes to removing the light kit. Even though on the ceiling fans that have multiple lights, those ones, when they come out of the box, the light kit is already disassembled from the fan, where with the ones with the single light, the light kit's already on, so we're going to have to turn it the other way. There we go. And I think I lost that screw, but you know what? Never mind that for now. And by the way, guys, I'm in my pajamas. Yes, don't ask. So here's what's inside right here. So this part right here is the pole chain for the reverse. This part's for the pole chain for the light. And this one in here is the pole chain for the fan. Right here we got our capacitor. This is what helps the fan spin, and all the wires and stuff like that. So basically how the pole chain works is it's spring loaded, and whenever you pull on the pole chain, the spring gets small, and then when you let go, the spring springs it back in. So that's how it works when you turn on a fan and you pull on the pole chain. You pull and it goes back up. That's all done by a spring, because pole chains are spring loaded. See? So you pull, let go, and it goes back into its spot. Okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and reassemble it, but I need to get the screws back that fell inside. There we go. And I'm sure I'll find the others, but anyways. So now what you're going to want to do, where are the screws? Okay, there they are. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that all the holes are aligned so the screw can fit through them. And again, on any fan, this is the same concept when it comes to taking the light globe off. Just, oh, and by the way, guys, don't worry about pressing a little hard. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, there's the other screw right there. Okay. And just to warn you guys, the camera might be on an angle, like it might be sideways because my phone does that for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this back together. So I did have to pause the film for putting the light back on, like the light kit. But you guys get the idea on what's supposed to happen. You basically, after that, put the light bulb in. The same way it comes apart is the same way it goes back together. However, though, when you take things apart, it's a little bit easier to disassemble things and reassemble them. And I'm pretty sure if you guys have been fixing things and taking things apart in the past, you would probably get the idea of what I'm talking about. It's not as easy to put things back together as it is to take them apart. And that's why you don't want to take things apart if you don't know what you're doing, because then it would be a fun game trying to get it back together. And I know last night I took this apart for the first time to see what the inside looked like, and it was easy to take it apart at first, but to put it back together, it was a little bit tricky. And it took me about a good 10 minutes to get it back together. But now I know what I'm doing, so it doesn't take me quite as long. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, light kits are replaceable. So this is a good tip to, this is a good video to watch if you're thinking about replacing the light kit. I don't really know about the wiring part of things, but taking it apart, you're going to be doing the same thing. I dropped the screw, there we go. Let's get it back into the hole. Oh, don't fall in. Don't fall in, please. Righty tighty. It's definitely easier to do this when the fan's on the ceiling because everything's facing down, but because everything's facing up, it's a little bit tricky. But you guys get the point on what's supposed to happen here. Come on. Come on, screw. Let's go. Let's do this. There we go. Now it's back in its place. And if you guys prefer not to have a light kit on it, then that's also a good tip to have. All you have to do is just take the light kit off and then block off the wires. Because some ceiling fans don't have lights on them. And even if your fan does have a light on it, you can obviously switch it to not having a light. Anything's possible. You can, that's the thing. And all this stuff can be done manually. It doesn't have to be done by a technician. It can be done manually. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Of course, getting these screws back in, and it probably doesn't help that this is on a bag, but all right. And by the way, guys, I'm hoping to put this fan in my, like if I someday get my own house someday, I'm hoping to put it in. So I'm going to take as good care of it as I can so that way I can get to that point. But there we go. Thanks for watching.